I'd like to thank Anthony Parnther, the director of the San Bernardino Symphony, for allowing me to say a few words about the program that will be presented there on April the 15th, 7:30 p.m., under the auspices of the San Bernardino Symphony. Featured on this program will be the magnificent pianist Nadia Spatchenko, my partner and colleague in the production of a CD called Invasion. It was called that because of a piece that I wrote upon learning about the invasion of Ukraine by Russian forces on February 24th, 2022. This was an event that galvanized me into making a musical expression. On the 24th, we were both horrified by what began to occur. And I sat down at that moment and for 3 weeks did practically nothing but compose this piece, which we decided to include on a CD, several other works of which had already been determined. Invasion is a sextet for the following instruments: two brass instruments, French horn and trombone, alto saxophone, piano featuring Nadia, percussion, both snare drum and timpani, and mandolin. And the mandolin occurred to me particularly because it has a certain resemblance to the sound of a Russian balalaika. And I wanted to get that atmosphere into the piece, and I chose mandolin for that reason. The piece is mainly full of horror, as anything about war is going to be. But it has a middle section that is calmer and introspective and gives the players a chance to express their misery at what has gone on. So it's a piece which is very stormy on the outside parts, but has a consoling midsection, which allows for a presentation of a sense of the horror of the invasion that's going on. This piece features the piano very strongly, Nadia Spatchenko as the soloist, and these various other instruments. Trade-off music. One reviewer wrote of it that it seems as if there's a supply line that's being where materials are being passed down a line and to the front lines of the invasion. That certainly is one of the things that it goes on in the piece. And there's a fairly small amount of material that gets presented in many, many different guises and passed among the various instruments. So that is one thing you will hear on April 15th, and about which gave its name actually to the entire CD that we produced. I wanted to speak also about other music of mine that will be on this program. One of the pieces is called Six Rags, and it's an unusual piece in that it's based on ragtime materials, but the exact slant of the materials depends on geographical things. I have lived for many years in New England, taught at a college in Amherst College in Western Massachusetts, and I've done a lot of hiking. I was hiked up in the New Hampshire and Maine wilderness, in a chain of mountains called the Mahoosucs, and one of the rags in this set of six rags is Speck Pond rag, which is about a pond that lies many thousands of feet up in at the top of this Mahoosuc mountain chain, and is remarkably higher than any other body of water in the area. It is completely placid body of water that has a kind of lucidity to it where you can see right to the bottom. And you feel it's a transporting place to be. This is the first rag that Nadia will be playing, Spec Pond rag. And you'll see that it incorporates ragtime elements, mainly in a minor and kind of bluesy key. But it is particularly the second section of it evokes water in a very strong way. She'll be playing two other rags as well. Another one involving water, a small body of water in the town of Rowe, Massachusetts, is titled Pelham Lake Rag. This lake is a little bit of an elaborate word for this body of water. It's really more of a pond. Pelham Lake is a small body of water in the town of Rowe, Massachusetts, that has a beach of trucked-in sand, playground equipment, canoes, and kayaks. It is family-friendly, but ringed with dark high spruces and firs. And she'll play a third rag as well, the Chesterfield Gorge rag. This is from the program notes that I wrote concerning this rag. Chesterfield Gorge is a miniature Grand Canyon carved by the Westfield River. It's in western Massachusetts. Its wild rapids are rimmed by towering granite cliffs. It is dark most of the day. And so you'll be hearing three of these six rags performed by Nadia, and the title piece for the CD, Invasion. I'm thrilled at this opportunity for more California listeners to acquaint themselves with Nadia's performance. And I'm grateful to Anthony Parnther for putting on this program. He was also the conductor of the sextet that performed the Invasion on the CD. And I'm delighted to continue this association with him.